Before the Bible was canonized, there were secrets hidden in plain sight, truths that would shake the foundation of everything you thought you knew. One of those secrets, the Book of Enoch, a text that was mysteriously excluded from the sacred pages. But why? What exactly did it contain that was so dangerous, so controversial, that it could never be allowed to see the light of day? Why has the Book of Enoch, the Essenes, and the Freemasons remained locked in a web of secrecy for centuries? And what role does this ancient text play in understanding the forces that still shape our world today? In this journey, you will uncover truths that will make you question everything. From the shadowy world of Freemasonry and its connection to the mysterious Essenes to the hidden power of the Book of Enoch, we will peel back the layers of history that have been carefully concealed. You will understand why these groups, their symbols and their rituals are more than just relics of the past. They are part of a larger, darker narrative still influencing our beliefs today. You will discover the secrets that have been buried, and perhaps even understand why certain powerful groups have fought so hard to keep them hidden. As you walk through the pages of history, you will gain clarity and healing. For truth is the only path to true freedom. Brace yourself, for what you are about to learn will not only shift your understanding of ancient texts and secret societies, but will open your eyes to the hidden forces that have shaped our world. This is not just a lesson in history. It's a call to awaken, to see beyond the veil. And the journey begins now. What do you think? What truths are waiting to be uncovered about the Book of Enoch, the Essenes, and the Freemasons? Share your thoughts, and let's dive deep into these ancient mysteries. The truth behind Freemasonry and the Essenes. The secrets of Freemasonry and the Essenes have remained locked away in the shadows of history, their truths whispered through time, yet never fully revealed. What if I told you that the Freemasons, one of the most enigmatic and secretive societies in the world, might trace their origins back to the ancient Essenes? These groups, so deeply intertwined in the very fabric of our spiritual heritage, hold the key to understanding not only the mysteries of the past, but the forces that still govern the present. Imagine, if you will, the Essenes, an ancient sect of mystics living on the fringes of society, dedicated to divine wisdom and hidden truths. They were not just a religious group, but a brotherhood bound by sacred rites and rituals that transcended the ordinary understanding of spirituality. They believed in the power of celestial beings, angels who had once walked among them and taught them secrets hidden from the masses. The power they held was not just spiritual, it was a knowledge that could shape the very future of mankind. Their rituals, their symbols, their sacred text, the Book of Enoch, held a divine power that could illuminate the path to true understanding. But this was too dangerous for the world to know. Enter the Freemasons, born centuries after the Essenes, yet strangely familiar in their practices and symbols. Their rituals, with secret handshakes, ancient oaths, and hidden meanings, have baffled those who have tried to uncover the truth. But what if these symbols, these mysterious gestures, trace their lineage back to the Essenes? What if the Freemasons are not just a group of men in pursuit of fraternity, but keepers of a far deeper, more dangerous secret, one that has been passed down through the ages from the Essenes themselves? Picture the handshakes, the signs, the sacred gestures, the same ones that the Essenes used to pass on their teachings. They are not mere customs, they are codes, keys that unlock the mysteries of the divine. These practices, designed to honor the angels, have been preserved through secret societies to this very day. The Freemasons, whether they realize it or not, have inherited this ancient wisdom, and with it, the same responsibility, to protect and to conceal. But why the secrecy? Why keep this knowledge hidden from the world? The answer lies in the very heart of human nature, the desire for control. For the Essenes, for the Freemasons, and for every group who has followed this path, the truth holds unimaginable power. It is power that could challenge the very foundations of faith, society, and the world as we know it. And so it has been hidden, veiled in allegory, symbol, and ritual. To reveal it would be to risk unleashing forces beyond our comprehension. But even in the shadows, the truth calls to us, urging us to seek, to understand, to awaken. The Essenes, in their wisdom, knew that knowledge was not a gift to be taken lightly. It was a responsibility, a divine calling. And now, as the veil begins to lift, the question remains, will we, as seekers of truth, be ready to accept the wisdom they left behind? The Book of Enoch, a hidden power. The Book of Enoch, a text that was once embraced by the early church, holds secrets that many would prefer remain hidden. It is a text that speaks of angels, of divine beings who descended from the heavens and shared forbidden knowledge with humanity. This knowledge, contained within the pages of Enoch, could change everything we think we know about God, angels, and the very nature of existence. But it is a knowledge that for centuries has been locked away, censored, and ignored. Why was the Book of Enoch removed from the Bible? What was so dangerous about its contents that it had to be cast aside, forgotten by the masses? To understand this, we must first understand the profound power that Enoch wielded. He was not just a prophet, but a bridge between the human and the divine, a man who walked with angels, learned their secrets, and recorded them for future generations. Enoch's revelations were not just divine teachings, they were blueprints for understanding the true nature of God's creation. They spoke of the Watchers, angels who came to earth, teaching humanity the secrets of the universe, alchemy, astrology, and the mysteries of the heavens. These angels, whose influence on the earth was both awe-inspiring and terrifying, imparted wisdom that could elevate humanity, but also lead it astray. They revealed the knowledge of good and evil, of power and corruption, and the consequences of meddling with forces beyond human understanding. The Book of Enoch's removal from the Bible wasn't a mere oversight. It was a deliberate act to suppress this knowledge. It was too powerful, too controversial. The Church, fearing the ramifications of such teachings, chose to keep it hidden, lest the truth undermine the foundations of the faith. But the truth, as it always does, refuses to remain buried. And now, as we rediscover the ancient text, the question arises, what are we to do with this forbidden knowledge? Imagine for a moment the power of the Book of Enoch. It is more than just a book. It is a key, a map that leads us to a deeper understanding of the divine plan. It is a guide that opens the doors to realms we never knew existed, showing us the angels who watch over us and the ones who have fallen. It speaks of the end of days, of the judgment that awaits, and of the secrets that have been passed down through the ages, secrets that have shaped the world and the spiritual forces at play in our lives today. As we delve into the mysteries of the Book of Enoch, we must ask ourselves, what does this knowledge mean for us? Will we use it to heal, to understand, or will we, like those before us, fear the power it holds and seek to bury it once more? The choice is ours. The Book of Enoch is here, waiting to reveal its secrets, to illuminate the path that leads us back to the divine. But it is a path that requires courage, faith, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The truth has always been there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to discover it. Now, as the veil begins to lift, we must decide, will we walk through the door, or will we let it close once again? The time for discovery is now. The Book of Enoch, the Essenes, and the Freemasons have left us a trail to follow. Will we have the courage to follow it to the end? The influence of the Essenes on Christianity and modern faith. The Essenes, a mystical and isolated group that once roamed the desert of ancient Israel, left behind a legacy that echoes through the corridors of history. They were not merely a sect. They were the keepers of divine knowledge, the guardians of the sacred truths that were too powerful for the mainstream to understand. Their way of life, centered around purity, asceticism, and a deep connection to the divine, formed the bedrock upon which many of the teachings that would later become Christianity would stand. Yet, their influence has largely been overlooked, dismissed as the whispers of a forgotten time. But what if I told you that the Essenes, in their silent devotion, shaped the very foundation of Christian thought? What if their beliefs, their mystical practices, and their connection to the divine revealed a path to understanding God that modern religion has long ignored? In their sacred scrolls, in their lives dedicated to prayer and purity, the Essenes recorded truths that would change the way we understand God, angels, and even the very nature of human existence. Imagine, if you will, a group of men and women who chose to live apart from society, dedicating themselves entirely to a life of spiritual discipline. They believed that the kingdom of God was not just a far-off reality, but could be experienced here and now, in the stillness of the desert, in the quiet moments of prayer. They were seekers of truth, looking beyond the surface of religious practice, striving to see the divine in everything. In this search for a deeper connection with the divine, the Essenes believed they could access knowledge of the heavens, of angels, of celestial beings who could guide humanity to a higher state of being. These beliefs, these practices, were not foreign to early Christianity. The Gospels, when carefully examined, reveal startling similarities to the teachings of the Essenes. The emphasis on purity, on divine wisdom, on the direct connection to the heavenly realm, all of these echo the teachings of this ancient sect. The role of angels, the mystical experiences, the call to awaken the soul to the presence of God, these were all elements of the Essene worldview that would influence the teachings of Jesus and the early Christian church. The Essenes were not just a forgotten group, they were the hidden architects of faith. Through their rituals and teachings, they provided a framework for understanding the spiritual realm that would influence the early church and continue to shape our understanding of the divine today. The question is, will we embrace this hidden wisdom, or will we continue to allow it to remain buried in the sands of time? As we turn our gaze to the present, we can see that the influence of the Essenes is not gone. It lives on in the hearts of those who seek a deeper connection to God, in those who desire to experience the divine not as a distant entity, but as an intimate presence that resides within us all. The Essenes, through their purity and devotion, offered a path that still calls out to us today, a path that, if followed, can lead us to a deeper understanding of the divine mystery. The secrets of Freemasonry, a legacy of hidden knowledge. For centuries, the Freemasons have been one of the most enigmatic and secretive societies in the world. Behind their locked doors and hidden symbols lies a mystery that has intrigued countless individuals, from scholars to conspiracy theorists, all seeking to understand the true purpose of this ancient order. But what if I told you that Freemasonry is not just a fraternity of men, but a continuation of a much older tradition, one that stretches back to the ancient Essenes, to the very foundations of sacred knowledge itself? The Freemasons, like the Essenes before them, are keepers of divine wisdom, ancient teachings that have been passed down through the ages in secret. Their rituals, their symbols, and their handshakes all contain hidden meanings, codes that, when unlocked, reveal the deeper truths of existence. But these secrets are not just about power or influence. They are about understanding the divine plan, about accessing the higher realms of consciousness that connect us to the divine. The Freemasons, in their secrecy, hold the key to unlocking a path that leads to true enlightenment. The connection between Freemasonry and the Essenes goes beyond shared symbols or rituals. It is a connection rooted in the pursuit of divine knowledge, in the belief that the mysteries of the universe can be understood and accessed by those who are willing to seek them. Just as the Essenes believed that they could connect with angels and divine beings through their purity and devotion, the Freemasons believe that through their rituals and teachings, they can access higher realms of existence, realms that ordinary men cannot even fathom. But why keep these truths hidden? Why lock them away behind layers of secrecy and allegory? The answer lies in the power of knowledge. For centuries, those who have understood these secrets have wielded immense power, not just over the physical world, but over the spiritual realm. Knowledge of the divine, knowledge of the heavens, is not something to be taken lightly. It is a force that can change the world, that can transform the very fabric of reality. And for that reason, it has been kept hidden, locked away, until the time is right for it to be revealed. In uncovering the truths of Freemasonry, we are not just unlocking the secrets of an ancient society. We are awakening to the divine knowledge that has always been with us, waiting to be discovered. We are reconnecting with the hidden wisdom of the past, and in doing so, we are preparing ourselves for a future that is grounded in divine truth. The Freemasons, like the Essenes before them, offer a path that leads to a deeper understanding of the divine, to a higher consciousness that transcends the physical world. It is a path that calls to us all, urging us to seek, to discover, to awaken. And as we embark on this journey of discovery, we must ask ourselves, will we heed the call, or will we remain content in our ignorance, unaware of the divine knowledge that has always been within our reach? The choice is ours, but the time for awakening is now. The secrets of the Freemasons and the hidden truths they protect are waiting for us to uncover them. Will we dare to seek them out, or will we allow them to remain buried, hidden in the shadows of history? The apocalyptic vision and the Freemasons' hidden agenda. Imagine standing at the edge of a precipice, gazing into an abyss where the world as we know it could crumble into chaos. For centuries, the Freemasons, with their cryptic symbols and secretive rituals, have hinted at an inevitable golden age, a time of transformation, a world reborn. But what if this age isn't one of peace and prosperity, as some believe, but one of complete destruction? This idea, known as apocalypticism, has whispered through the ages, and the Freemasons, the hidden architects of modern society, may be at the heart of this global transformation. What if the world is being slowly prepared for an awakening, one that will shatter everything we know and leave in its wake a new order, a new world, as predicted by the ancient prophets, a world so radically different it's almost unrecognizable? The Freemasons and their connection to apocalyptic thought are more than just shadows in the background of history. They are the torchbearers of this ancient vision. Their secretive rituals, the veiled messages hidden in their symbols, speak of a cataclysmic event, one that will herald the arrival of a new reality. This apocalyptic vision is not merely about the end, but about a complete and utter rebirth. For the Freemasons, this is not destruction for destruction's sake. It is the shedding of an old world to make way for the new. They believe, perhaps even in their secret hearts, that the world must first be destroyed so it can be rebuilt in a better image. What lies beyond the horizon of this transformation we cannot yet fully understand, but the symbols, the rituals, and the ancient knowledge all point to an imminent change, one that will leave no stone unturned. But it's not just the Freemasons who hold the keys to this vision. The same idea has existed for millennia. The Essenes too held an apocalyptic worldview, one that saw the end of days not as a curse, but as the final stage of divine evolution. They believed that after the destruction, only the pure would remain, those who had prepared themselves spiritually for the coming of a new world. The concept of apocalypticism, from the Essenes to the Freemasons, reveals a deep-seated belief that mankind's true destiny can only be realized after an event of catastrophic magnitude. This event will clear the slate, remove the corruption, and allow the divine truth to emerge in all its glory. Yet it begs the question, are we truly ready for such an awakening? Are we prepared for the inevitable shift that has been foretold in both sacred texts and secret societies? The world may be on the brink of something unimaginable, something far beyond our current comprehension. Are we merely pawns in a grand cosmic game, or are we the architects of our own destiny, capable of embracing the change that is coming? This is the question that must be answered, and it begins by confronting the deep, hidden knowledge that has shaped our world. The call to awaken and embrace the hidden truths. As we stand on the precipice of an unknown future, one thing becomes abundantly clear. The call to awaken is not just a whisper. It is a loud and undeniable cry for transformation. The knowledge that has been hidden, suppressed, and locked away for centuries is now ready to be revealed, and it calls to us with a power that cannot be ignored. The Book of Enoch, the ancient texts of the Essenes, and the secretive rituals of the Freemasons are all part of a greater divine plan, one that is unfolding before our eyes. The secrets hidden within these texts and societies are not meant to be feared. They are meant to heal. They are meant to guide us toward a higher understanding, to awaken us to the divine potential that lies dormant within us all. For centuries, the powers that be have sought to keep us in the dark, to hide the truths that could set us free. But the time has come for that darkness to lift. The veil that has shielded us from our true divine nature is beginning to unravel, and with it comes an unprecedented opportunity for growth, for understanding, and for spiritual awakening. The question, however, is whether we will rise to meet this challenge or turn away, fearful of the unknown. The power of these hidden truths is not just in the knowledge itself, but in our ability to embrace it. Will we allow ourselves to be led by fear, or will we embrace the light of truth, even when it comes with the cost of shaking the foundations of our beliefs? The choice is ours, and the time is now. The transformation that awaits us is not an abstract idea. It is something tangible, something real. It is the chance to reclaim our power, to reconnect with the divine, and to walk the path of spiritual enlightenment. The apocalyptic visions of old were not meant to be warnings, but invitations. Invitations to awaken to the truth of our existence, to embrace the divine within us, and to prepare for the world that is coming. The Freemasons, the Essenes, the Book of Enoch, all of these ancient sources of wisdom are not relics of the past. They are the beacons that guide us forward. They are the sacred keys that will unlock the doors to our higher selves. And as we unlock these doors, we will find that the world we once knew is fading, and a new world is waiting to take its place. Will we be ready? Will we embrace the truth, no matter how challenging it may seem? The answer to that question lies within us, and the time to awaken is now. The secrets that have been hidden for so long are finally being revealed, and it is up to us to decide whether we will step into the light or remain in the darkness. The choice is ours, but it must be made now. As we stand on the edge of a new beginning, let us remember that the divine has always been within us, waiting for us to awaken. The time is here. Will you answer the call? As we draw to the end of this profound journey, I want you to take a deep breath and pause for a moment. Reflect on everything we've uncovered, every symbol, every secret, every whisper of truth that has come from the shadows. Feel the weight of it all, not as a burden, but as a revelation, one that can heal, awaken, and empower you in ways you've never imagined. The world we live in has been built on stories, secrets, and wisdom passed down through generations. And now it's your turn to step into that lineage of light. The path we've walked together is more than just a lesson in history. It's a journey back to the truth of who you are, an eternal being with the divine spark inside, always connected to the source. The Book of Enoch, the Essenes, the Freemasons, the veiled mysteries that have long been hidden. They aren't just relics of the past. They are blueprints for your spiritual awakening. They hold the key to your purpose, to the power that lies dormant within you, waiting to be activated. This is not just knowledge. This is the calling to awaken your soul to its true potential. Imagine, if you will, standing in the presence of that divine truth. What would you feel? The fire of understanding burning in your chest, the warmth of knowing that the mysteries of the universe are not far away, but right within your grasp. Imagine the moment when you realize that everything you've been searching for, the answers to your deepest questions, the understanding of your place in the world, the connection to the divine, has always been with you, just waiting for you to open your heart and mind to it. This is the power of these ancient teachings. The Freemasons, the Essenes, and even the sacred texts they guarded. They are not just part of some secret society or hidden order. They are part of your heritage, your spiritual inheritance. These ancient men and women knew something profound. They understood the importance of remembering who we are and why we're here. And now, as we bring their secrets into the light, we're reminded that this knowledge is not something to fear. It's something to embrace, something to allow to transform us from within. I invite you to take a moment and consider how this knowledge, this revelation, can change your life. How can you take the teachings of the Essenes, the insights from the Book of Enoch, and the wisdom of the Freemasons, and apply them to your everyday existence? What would it feel like to carry these truths with you, to let them guide your decisions, to let them illuminate your path? This journey isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. The truth we've uncovered today is not something to be locked away in a vault or tucked away in the shadows. It's meant to be shared, to be lived, to be breathed into the world. The world is waking up, and you are part of that awakening. Your role in this divine plan is far greater than you can imagine. I want to take a moment to thank you for being here, for staying with me on this journey, for opening your heart to these hidden truths. If you found value in what we've shared today, if your soul has been touched, if you found even a glimmer of light in the midst of your darkest days, I humbly ask you to support this work. Your energy, your presence, your engagement is priceless. By liking, subscribing, and sharing, you not only support this channel but help spread the light, the love, and the truth that our world so desperately needs. Every gesture, no matter how small, is a gift, a blessing. And if you feel moved to contribute, know that your support goes a long way in helping me continue this mission, to share the message of hope, love, and divine truth with the world. Thank you, from the depths of my heart, for being here and for being part of this sacred community. We are all in this together, on this journey of awakening, and as we continue to walk this path, may we remember the divine truth within us, the light that we carry, and the love that connects us all. The journey doesn't end here. It continues, and I invite you to walk with me, to explore the mysteries of the universe, to awaken to the divine truth that is waiting to be revealed. As we leave this moment, remember, the light is always with you. You are never alone on this journey. The truth has been revealed, and now it's up to you to live it, embrace it, and let it transform your life. Let it guide you, heal you, and empower you to step into your true potential. Because the world is waiting for you, for your light and for the truth you carry. So as we say goodbye for now, remember, this is just the beginning. Stay connected, stay awakened, and keep seeking. The world needs your light, and together we will shine brighter than ever before. Thank you again for your love, your support, and your presence. May God bless you, and may the truth always guide your way.